Hey, friends, thanks for joining. Let's begin seated. Come into any comfortable seated posture. Just make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. And close your eyes. Begin to draw your awareness inward so you really notice how it feels to be in your body today at this time. And then also begin to notice your breath. You start to feel your body breathe. All right, now bring your palms together to Anjali Mudra and remember your sankalpa or your intention for the practice. Great. Now start to rub your palms together, create a little heat in your hands. Once you build some heat, you use your hands, massage your shoulders and neck. At this point, keep breathing freely through your nose, keep relaxing your jaw, just start to feel things out. Good. Create a little more heat. And then stretch one leg out. Use your hands to massage the other foot, the foot of the bent leg, that is. And don't stare at your foot. Maybe even keep your eyes closed so you focus more on feeling your foot and moving around, waking up all the little joints within it. Great. Then wake up your other foot. All right. Then stretch both legs forward and begin to mobilize your ankles with a little plantar flexion and dorsiflexion. And bounce your legs out, wake them up a little bit. Great. Now lean back on your hands, bend your knees, have your feet the width of your mat. Let's do some easy windshield wipers. So as you exhale, drop your knees to one side. When you inhale, bring them back up and then change sides. And at this point, go ahead and lean back and take plenty of weight on your hands so you don't feel any compression on your spine. You really can allow your lower body to move freely on the breath. All right, good. Then cross your ankles. Let's come up to all fours and do some kneeling salutes next. Once you're on your hands and knees, inhale and extend your spine so your sternum moves away from your navel. Then curl your toes under so you can exhale back into dog pose. Inhale back to all fours, lift your chest and look forward. Now exhale back to child's pose, tightening your abdomen on the way back. Inhale, sweep your arms up and open the fronts of your hips. Then exhale back to child's pose, and we'll start that sequence again. Inhale to your hands and knees, extend your spine. Exhale back into dog pose. Inhale to your hands and knees, lift your chest and look forward. Exhale back into child's pose. Inhale, reach up, open the fronts of your hips. Exhale back into child's pose. Okay, I'll talk us through that sequence one more time. Inhale to all fours. Exhale, down dog. Inhale back to your hands and knees. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale, reach up. And then back to child's pose. Okay, let's go through that sequence a couple more times on your own, at your own pace. And if you haven't already, begin with Ujjayi pranayama. So you're breathing through your nose, but hearing the breath move in and out of your throat like it's your mantra. And as always, see if you can stretch the breath so it lasts a little bit longer than the movement does. Being to prioritize the breath so it lasts just a little bit longer than the movement is associated to. And of course, no need to rush. You have plenty of time, maybe 5 seconds for the exhale, 5 seconds for the inhale, or something like that. All right, now the next time you're in table pose, so when you're on all fours, let's stop there. Let's all meet here in this table pose version, and then bring your knees close toward each other, really close toward each other. Once you're here, then lift your left leg back and up. We'll do bird pose next, also called Chakravakasana. So lift your left leg back and up. Now, chances are when you lift your left leg back and up, you kind of bend your right elbow and you don't take too much weight on that hand. See if you could straighten both elbows and then really push the floor away so you feel your shoulder blades spread. So both elbows are straight. You're pushing on the floor with both hands equally. Even spread your shoulder blades as you continue lifting your left thigh up. Take a few more breaths here, just like your left leg is a bird's tail. Good, now change sides. Bring your right leg back and up like it's the bird's tail. Once it's up there, remember, push the floor away with both hands equally. Both elbows are straight. Spread your shoulder blades so you protract your scapula. Keep breathing here. Okay, let's go back to the first side. Left leg back and up. Now do all those things I asked you to a moment ago. Push the floor away, straighten your elbows. But then make a big circular motion with your left knee. So you mobilize your left hip, taking it through circumduction. Now reverse it and go the other direction. Great, change sides. Right leg back and up. Push the floor with both hands and then make the circular motion with your right leg. And then reverse it. Okay, great. Then just have a seat on your heels if it's comfortable. Of course, if it's not, you can use props or sit however you need to, but if possible, we'll sit here in Thunderbolt pose or Vajrasana. Bring your palms together. Now make a circular motion with your hands so you mobilize your wrist a bit. And when the backs of your hands are together, maybe give a little pressure. And reverse it, go the other direction. Now bring your fingers to your elbows, make big backwards circles with them so you open your chest and rib cage. If you haven't already, also do a little cat-cow type movement. So when your elbows go back, inhale and extend your spine so you lengthen that area between your sternum and navel again. When your elbows go forward, shorten that area between your sternum and navel so you flex your spine. And exhale there. Inhale and exhale. And let's add a little rotation in there as well. So bring your left elbow back and your right elbow forward at the same time. Turn your shoulders. So you do a little bit of a twist. And then, of course, change sides. All right. Then finally, relax your arms and draw a circle with your chin. So bring your chin down, then move your chin toward one shoulder. Lift your chin up, chin toward the other shoulder, and then down again. And reverse it. All right, great. Let's stretch back into down dog. Once you're in down dog, remember your breath. Every time you exhale, focus on engaging your lower abdomen, lifting your pelvic floor. Every time you inhale, feel your rib cage expand to the sides, to the back, to the front. All right. Exhale all the breath out. The very end of this exhale, step your left foot forward to your left thumb, and then right hand forward. Right foot to your right hand. Now, bring your left knee down. Once your left knee is down, inhale and sweep your arms up. Now, as you sweep your arms up, see if you could sink your hips at the same time, as opposed to lifting your arms and then sinking your hips. See if you can lift your arms and head, but sink your hips at the same time. So they're essentially moving in opposite directions. Good. Now, as you exhale, bring your hands back to the floor and return to down dog for another kneeling salute. So inhale to all fours, extend your spine. Exhale the child's pose, tighten the old bread basket. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale back into child's pose. Inhale to all fours and exhale to down dog. Now step your left foot forward to your left thumb and bring your right knee down. Now remember here, when we lift our arms and head, see if you can sink your hips down at the same time. Inhale, arms up, hips down. Now this exhale, bring your hands to the floor and step your right foot forward to meet your left. Have your feet about hip width. Okay, we're going to do the frog squat. So as you inhale here, bend your knees, drop your hips, and lift your heels. So you purposely are kind of balancing on your toes with your arms between your knees and just your fingertips on the floor. Now I'm asking you to lift your heels and have just your fingertips down so you can get some extension in your spine again. So even if you can bring your heels down, for today, keep your heels up for right now anyway. And as I mentioned here, inhale, extend your spine, lengthen the area between your sternum and navel. You can look up too if you want, but think more about what's going on between your sternum and navel. Like you're a frog sitting up really tall. Now, the next time you exhale, press your heels down and your hips up at the same time. And then repeat as you inhale, drop into that frog stance. Extend your spine on your toes and your fingertips. Exhale, press your hips up, heels down. One more time together. Inhale here. Exhale here. All right. This inhale, stand up and sweep your arms overhead. Keep inhaling until your palms touch. And then exhale, arms down. All right, let's put it all together, or most of it together anyway, for the moon salute. So we're going to add that frog squat, okay? All right. Inhale as you reach up. And then exhale as you fold forward. Inhale to the frog. Now as you exhale, fold forward, but also shoot your left foot back into that lunge and bring your left knee down. Once your left knee is down, inhale, sweep your arms up, but sink your hips at the same time. And then exhale back into dog pose. Now inhale to all fours and extend your spine. Exhale to child's pose, tighten your abdomen on the way back. Inhale, sweep your arms up, open the fronts of your hips. Then exhale back into child's pose. Inhale up to all fours. And then exhale back to dog pose. Now this time, step your left foot forward and bring your right knee down. So you're lunging to the second side. Once your right knee is down, inhale, sweep your arms up, sink your hips at the same time. And then exhale, you bring your hands to the floor, step the right foot forward, step your right foot forward. And then right away, inhale to the frog, extend your spine. Exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, stand up, arms overhead. Keep inhaling until your palms touch. And then exhale, arms down. Great. Take a breath, and let's do another one together. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And then exhale as you fold forward. Inhale to the frog. Exhale, fold. Now this time, shoot your right foot back and bring that knee down. Once your right knee is down, inhale, sweep your arms up, sink your hips. And then exhale back to down dog. Now inhale to all fours. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale back into child's pose. Inhale to all fours. Exhale back to dog pose. Very end of exhale now. Right foot forward, left knee down. Once your left knee is down, inhale, sweep your arms up, sink your hips. And then exhale, you bring both hands to the floor and step forward. Inhale to the frog. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up, arms overhead. And then exhale, arms down. All right, now go through two more of those on your own at your own pace. Most of us know these by now. If, though, you do have a problem with these moon salutes, later on, you can just look at our tutorial section. I've got a tutorial, like a 5-minute tutorial on the moon salutes. You can always check that out for more detail. Otherwise, let's try two more Chandra Namaskar on your own at your own pace. One more. All right. Once you finish that new moon salute, let's just end up in kind of a wide-footed mountain pose. Take a few breaths here. Close your eyes. Just find your balance, pressing down equally into both feet. Okay, now shift your weight onto your left foot and lift your right foot off the floor. In fact, lift your right knee as high as you can. Stand up really tall. Focus your eyes on one spot on the floor. Then for the last 15 seconds here, if you want to make it more challenging, close your eyes. But keep breathing. All right, good. Both feet down. Now change sides. Lift your left knee up nice and high. Stand really tall. Focus your eyes. Then again, if you want more challenge, close your eyes. All right, good. Both feet down. Now, let's try this another balancing pose. This is kind of a combo between Warrior Three and Revolve Half Moon. So I'm going to ask you to bring one set of fingertips down with just the tiniest bit of a twist. So just follow along with me here. So bring your left hand to your left hip. And for this one, keep your left hand on your left hip. Then bring your right knee up again. What we're going to do is bring this right leg back. So your right leg, when it goes back, should feel like it did in bird pose. Now begin to lean forward and bring your right leg back. Let your left knee bend though. The foot you're standing on, let that side knee bend at least a little bit. Left hand still on your left hip. Now just bring your right fingertips to the floor someplace. Just your fingertips. So there's a little bit of weight on your right fingertips. Keep your right leg, that back leg, really strong so it feels like it's in bird pose again. And then, of course, you get some extension in your spine. So you lengthen the area between your sternum and navel. Now, finally, keep doing all that, but just turn your shoulders to your left. Left hand still on your left hip, though. Just turn your shoulders. Take a few more breaths. Okay, now when you stand back up, don't let your right foot touch the floor. Come back to that balancing position with your right knee forward. Good. Then bring both feet down. Okay, now we're going to change sides. So now keep your right hand on your right hip. It's going to stay there. Right hand to right hip. Lift your left knee forward and up first. Find your balance here. Now begin to lean your torso forward, but bring your left leg back at the same time. Bend your right knee. Bend your bottom knee at least a little bit. Then bring your left fingertips to the floor. Now, once your left fingertips are down, lift your left leg a little higher so it feels like it's in bird pose. Extend your spine first, and then see if you can rotate your spine, but your right hand is still on your right hip. Take a few more breaths. Okay, now don't let your left foot touch the floor as you stand back up. All right, both feet down. Okay, great. Now the dipping bird. We're going to go back and forth between this position and this position. Back and forth. So we're going to do it for 1 minute on one foot. If you find like you're losing your balance, stay in either one of those positions long enough until it feels like you find your balance, and then continue. Now, if this is easy for you, or once you get used to it, see if you can continuously go up and down smoothly. Okay? Let's do 1 minute together. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Stand really tall, right knee up. Okay, inhale here. Next time you exhale, go down to that dipping bird pose. So tap the floor with your right fingertips and bring your right leg back. Next inhale, stand back up. Don't let your right foot touch the floor. And then repeat. Exhale, lean forward, tap the floor with your right fingertips, right leg back. Turn your shoulders if you want, make it more challenging. Stand back up without your right foot touching the floor. Okay, keep going for another 45 seconds. Just like that bird dipping for the water and then coming back up. As I mentioned, to make it more challenging, when you go down, turn your shoulders to your left, but keep your left hand on your left hip for now. Just focus on turning your shoulders so you rotate your spine. Okay, then both feet down. Let's take a few normal breaths. Readjust here. Find your balance. Let's change that. Right hand to your right hip. Lift your left foot up. Find your balance here. All right. Now, as you exhale, lean your torso forward, bring your left leg back, and tap the floor with your left fingertips. Let your right knee bend. When you inhale, stand back up. Don't let your left foot touch the floor. Exhale as you tap the floor with your left fingertips, left leg back. When you inhale, stand back up. Don't let your left foot touch the floor. Keep going. And a little bit of rotation on the way down if you want a little more challenge. All right, good. Both feet on the floor. Take a few more breaths here in mountain pose. Let's come back into that frog squat. And this time, once you're down, feel free to move around a little bit. Maybe bring one heel down, other heel down, both heels down, whatever kind of squatting variation that you want to experiment with a little bit here. Okay, now feel free to experiment more with the squat, or if you like, begin to shift your weight forward onto your hands for the crow. Take a few breaths wherever you are, a few more breaths wherever you are. And either step or hop back, or crawl back, lower down. And let's go right into the side scorpion next. So once you're down on your abdomen, bring your left arm out to the side with your palm facing down. Roll to your left. Bring your right foot to the floor behind you, like you're trying to bring your right foot to your left hand. And then slide your left foot, your other foot, the other direction. So like you split your legs. Smooth out your breath here. Great, now change sides. Right arm out to the side, roll to your right and bring your left foot someplace near your right hand and split your legs. Good. Now return to your abdomen and let's do a half frog variation. So bring your left knee out to the side with your left toes pointing out. Chances are when you bring your left knee out to the side this way, your left hip lifts up a little bit to see if you can sink your left hip back down toward the floor now a little. And then once you're settled in here, bring your left foot and ankle off the floor, and bring it back down, lift it up, bring it back down. So you actively internally rotate your left thigh. And ask your left foot and ankle to hover off the floor for a few breaths. Good. Bring it down. Let's change sides. So bring your right knee out to the side with your right toes pointing that direction as well. Once you do that, see if you can sink your right hip down a little bit. And then lift your right foot and ankle up and down, up and down. And then ask it to hover. Great. Bring it back down. Slide your legs together. And let's come into Sphinx pose next. Good old Sphinx. See if you can create a little more length in your waist once you're here in Sphinx. Once you've created a little bit of length, keep your hips down as you bend your knees. And then make a circular motion with your feet so you rotate your thighs again for Sphinx Plus. Go both directions. Okay, then your choice. Stay in any Sphinx variation, or if you like, move into bow pose next. Reach back, hold both feet, and use the strength of your legs now to lift up and open your chest. All right, then relax in the crocodile. And then push up and return to child's pose. Now, this time, once you're in child's pose, focus on breathing into your back like you're directing the breath into the area behind your heart. All right, now let's go upside down. Let's do the inversion of your choice. And for today, let's say any inversion: headstand, shoulder stand, handstand, forearm stand, even dolphin, whatever pose you want to do upside down for today, whichever one feels most appropriate for you and your neck. Let's do that for about a minute or so. Something upside down. If you haven't come down already, begin to slowly lower to the floor. And then once you're down, do whichever counter pose feels most appropriate for you. So if it was headstand or handstand or forearm, child's pose again. If you did shoulder stand, it's other counter poses fine too. But do whatever resting pose and counter pose you feel is right for your body. All right, let's come back to seated. And we're going to do a little rocking back and forth. So we're going to rock back and forth. Most of us will, I should say. If this bothers your low back, you might just want to hang out in some kind of boat pose variation instead. Otherwise, hold your legs, rock back, watch out for your pets, and then rock forward. Just do a little rocking back and forth. And try to make this rocking motion really smooth and really quiet as well. So you can make it a little smoother, a little quieter every repetition. And after a few times, you want to make it more core strengthening. Don't hold your legs anymore. But still make it smooth and quiet. Still want a little more core engagement when you rock forward. Don't let your feet touch the floor. Catch a little hang time in boat pose. And then repeat. A few more times. All right, great. Let's revisit those windshield wipers. So lean back on your hands again. Go side to side with your knees, just like your shins or windshield wipers. Can also do the reach as well. So get a little side stretch in there. Drop your knees to your left. Reach with your right hand and lift your hips. So you get a big side stretch in there. Then lower your hips back down. Drop your knees to your right. Reach with your left hand and lift your hips. Okay, keep going. After a few times, it feels good to hang out in that side stretch. Of course, feel free to do that. By the way, when you go to the side, both of your knees stay on the floor. At least the way I'm doing it, both my knees are on the floor still. Okay, other side. Okay, now back to the first side. So drop your knees to your left. This time set up a nice 90-90 position and do a twist. So have your hands on the floor outside your left thigh. Turn your shoulders. Practice being still. Slow down your breath. Now unwind a little bit. So you're not really twisting anymore, but you feel a little bit more stretching in your hips. And make some movements, probably some circular movements with your upper body. Make some small circles, make some big circles. Try with your hands on the floor, try with your hands off the floor. Kind of check this movement pattern out. All right, good. Let's change sides. Drop your knees to your right, set up a good 90-90, and then twist. Find that stillness again. All right, unwind a little bit, and then just make some circular motions with your upper body on this side. Great. Now unwind. At this point, you might want to face the long edge of your mat. Instead of facing the front, face like the long or the side of your mat. So you've got padding on both sides. Let's explore some more windshield wiper options. So now try with your hands off the floor. Feet are still wide though. Drop your knees to one side, lift them back up, and drop them to the other side. Now, of course, it's going to take more core strength to sit up tall and make this movement happen. If you start to do this and it hurts your knees or your hips or your low back or any joint really, let's go back to one of the first windshield wiper variations that did not hurt. More challenge, of course. You're going to lift your feet up for a breath in boat pose and then go to a side. Lift your feet up. Other side, you can always also lift your hips off the floor once you're to the side so you get a little more glute engagement. Sit back down softly, come back to the boat, and change sides. Let's do another 60 seconds of some kind of windshield wiper variation, whichever one, as I mentioned, feels most appropriate for you and your body today. Okay. And once you've gone to both sides, let's just end up in the butterfly or bound angle, Baddha Konasana. Sit up nice and tall here. Practice being still again as you slow down your breath. And then begin to lean forward over your feet. Good. Now lie onto your back. Let's do a little bridging. So we're going to do the regular bridge and side bridge as well. So at first, just keep your arms down by your sides. When you're ready, let's do that on an exhale phase. As you exhale, push your feet down and press your hips up at the same time. Arms are going to just stay down by your sides. And then when you inhale, lower your hips again. Try that 5 or 6 more times. Push your hips up and bring them back down. See if you can open the fronts of your hips a tiny bit more every repetition. Now let's go side to side. Next time you exhale, lift your hips, but also lift your right arm and roll onto your left arm so you end up completely off your back. Feet still grounded though. And then bring your hips to the floor again and change sides. Now reach with your left arm and roll onto your right arm. Side to side, a few more times. Kind of getting a diagonal stretch, a little bit like that windshield reversion where we got the side stretch. All right. Once you've gone to both sides, then just relax. Okay, let's go back into bridge. Now feel free just to stay in bridge, or if you like from bridge, upward bow, your choice. So when you're right here, press your feet down and lift your hips up. As I mentioned, feel free to stay here. If you want to reposition your hands, you can lift up off your shoulders and head into upward bow. That's fine too. Any bridge or upward bow variation that you prefer. All right, then let's come down and rest again. And just draw your knees into your chest and make some circular motions with your knees so you massage your lower back on the floor. Try with your hands on your knees, try with your hands off your knees. Just make some knee circles. Both directions. Okay, now do whichever supine twist you enjoy. Whichever twist on your back that feels good. And then change sides. All right, pull your knees into your chest and then take a minute to do whatever it feels like you need to do to make yourself super comfortable for Shavasana. Now let's get really comfortable for corpse pose. And once you have settled in, Relax your jaw, soften your eyes, even release your breath. So you're not trying to shape it or control it anymore. Simply observe your navel begin to rise and fall on each breath to help integrate body and mind. Shift your awareness so you begin to notice the breath rising and falling through both nostrils. Become really aware of the sensation the breath is creating as it's rising and falling through both nostrils. And also notice if the flow of the breath is stronger through your left or right side. Notice if your left or right nostril is more open, more active. And once you've noticed which nostril feels more open, draw your knees into your chest and roll to that side. So roll to the side of the dominant nostril and then stay on that side using your bottom arm as a pillow for a moment to allow the nostril flow to balance out. All right, great. Begin to work your way back up to seated and back into any comfortable seated posture. I mean, any comfortable seated posture. And once you're sitting nice and tall, close your eyes again. Just do a little movement with your torso side to side as if your spine was a blade of grass and there is a gentle breeze blowing it side to side. All right, now come back to the center and practice keeping your body perfectly still, but keep all of your awareness in your spine. Have so much awareness in your spine that it feels like it's full of energy. I don't know if this next minute or so, if your awareness drifts away from your spine, that's okay. Let's do a little movement again until you can feel it. But once you do feel it, come back to the center. Practice keeping your body perfectly still, spine full of energy. All right, let's begin with pranic mudra. Make a triangle shape with your hands. Touch the floor with your fingertips as you to symbolically reground. And as you reground, mentally say the name of the first chakra 3 times. Muladhara, Muladhara, Muladhara. Now, as you inhale, bring your hands up the front of your torso. Keep inhaling as you move your hands up. Very top of inhale, make a Y shape with your arms. And then reverse it. As you exhale, bring your fingertips to touch in front of the third eye region. Keep exhaling your hands down in front of the solar plexus. Make that triangle shape again. Very end of exhale, touch the floor, regrounding, mentally saying Muladhara, Muladhara, Muladhara. Keep going at your own pace. Inhaling when you bring your hands up. Exhaling when you bring them back down. Very end of exhale, you're actually doing a brief pause as well as you reground and say the name of the first chakra 3 times. Now keep doing this gesture with your hands, but bring your awareness back into your spine. Bring your awareness back into your spine. And whenever you inhale, your hands move up, but also move your awareness up your spine. Whenever you exhale, your hands move down, but also move your awareness down your spine. So you're working from the inside now as well as the outside. Next time your hands are down, keep them down either in your lap or on your knees, whichever is more uncomfortable, so the outside of your body remains still. However, continue moving your awareness up and down your spine each breath. Okay, then relax all effort. Just take a moment for observation. All right. Bring your palms together back to Anjali Mudra and take one last moment to enjoy the peace you've created through the practice. Start to rub your palms together and create a little heat in your hands. And once you've built some heat this time, rest your hands over your eyes. Feel it moving in, recharging your senses, and take one last slow, smooth breath in here. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed class. Have a fantastic day. I've still got some rooms available for my Portugal retreat. So if you're interested in going to Portugal this fall with me, let me know. I've got some rooms left. Have a fantastic day and hope I get to see you again soon.